Hello everyone, welcome back to You Can Be Healed. This is Connie. I am a certified theta healer and a coach. I help people to get emotionally and mentally unstuck. So today I would like to continue the day 4 of a journey to forgive and let go. And I want to talk about there are 3 most common questions about forgiveness that I often see in the internet. And also I receive a lot of messages from my followers and audience. And these 3 biggest questions about forgiveness are: how can I forgive myself? How can I forgive someone who hurt me? And how can I forgive my family? These are 3 most common questions, but also very difficult to answer. But I want to give you a different perspective to help you shift your mindset a little bit. So then, regardless of what happened in these areas, that you can still find your way to forgive and let go. I've already mentioned about why it's important to forgive in my past 3 episodes. So I'm not going to repeat any of them, but please do go back and watch those episodes if you haven't. And remember to subscribe to my channel to show me some support. So now let's heal. So the first most common question is, how can I forgive myself? I receive this question a lot from my Instagram followers. And they will always ask me, how can I forgive myself for doing this and that? And regardless of what is that, first of all, accept it that we are just a human being. We all make mistakes. We can be sometimes unskillful, and that is very normal. And we always try to do what's right at that moment, based on what we know, based on our skills, based on what we've learned. And if you are feeling bad about that mistake that you made, which means that you were not doing it intentionally. Sometimes it might be an accident. Sometimes it may be just the wounded part of you reacting to that situation in the way that make you feel uncomfortable or even make you feel guilty afterwards. So if you ever have this feeling, which means that you already deserve forgiveness because you were not doing it intentionally. You were doing it because of something inside of you that haven't been healed. The wounded part of you doesn't know how to react to a specific situation. You're only reacting to that situation, or you only take such action. Perhaps it's coming from the protection mechanism, or you're trying to protect yourself from being hurt. So when you think about that way, which means that everything that you've done or you think that you did wrong in the past, learn from it. Learn from it. I've learned a lot from my mistakes that I've made in all my years. That everything that happened in the past, every action that you took and every reaction that you had is exactly how it should be. There's a learning curve, there's a learning path for each of us, and our journey are very different. We are taking up our journey because our soul has chosen this journey for the highest reason that is beyond our imagination, beyond our human mind. So if you've done anything that you're still holding onto the guilt or shame or even anger about yourself, I want you to understand that whatever that you did at that time in the past is meant to be happen in that way. And what you should do is ask yourself, what did you learn? Every time when you find yourself make a mistake, ask yourself immediately, what is this trying to teach me? What are the lessons that I'm learning from this mistake? Every single mistake is our teacher. They are teaching us something. They're making us become a better person, to become the best version of ourselves. So mistake is part of the growth journey in our life. So be compassionate to yourself and have patience for yourself as well. Don't be too harsh on yourself, and understand that that is meant to be happen in that certain way. So learn from the lessons. And by the way, I have 4 life healing workshops coming up in the next 3 weeks. So I will put the link in the description below, as these workshops are creating to help you unload any excess emotional baggage from the past, to help you heal your childhood trauma, and to also help you to manifest the abundance or even attract the love of your life. So check out each workshop. I will put a link in the description below, and I can't wait to meet you all online and let me help you heal so you can start a new chapter in 2023. So the second most common question is, how can I forgive someone who hurt me? First of all, everyone who comes to our lives, they come here to teach us something. They are also the reflection of something inside of us that need to be healed. This is a very sensitive question because it depends on how deep is the hurt. Is it emotionally or is it physically? And I want to answer this question with an old Buddhist story. It's a conversation between a Buddhist master with a person. So a Buddhist master asked one person that if someone throws a stone at you and that stone hits you, who are you angry with? And then the person said, I'll be angry with that person. And then the master asked, why that person? Because it was the stone that hits you. And then the person replied, because the stone has no intention. It's just an inanimate object. But it was that person who threw the stone at me. So of course, I'm angry with that person. And then the Buddhist master said, if I use the same logic, you shouldn't angry with that person. You should be angry with their pain, because that person is just like the stone, helplessly thrown by their pain. This is really inspiring when I first heard about this story. Imagine that as related to the first answer, bringing back to those people who hurt you. Just imagine they were being controlled by the wounded part of them. And many times they don't even know why they do what they do. However, I'm not saying that you should feel that nothing happened, because it's also not your responsibility to take up their pain. And if they do have so much pain inside and they cannot control themselves, you have the right to choose to leave them and to just remove yourself from their life. Perhaps until one day they get healed, or they're willing to heal, so that we realize what they did was purely a reflection of the pain, of the hurt that they've been suffering and struggling. Again, practice compassion for yourself and for other people. You do have choice. Set yourself free and let them go. Go back to my previous episode, which also talk a lot about this in different perspectives. The third one is, how can I forgive my family? This is a huge part for so many people, for so many of my clients. So family is a thing that we cannot remove ourselves from. It's born with in our blood, is inseparable in our life. So regardless of you live with your family or you don't live with your family, they will be always in your life regardless. So here I will use another Buddhist perspective. Imagine that we are all going to die one day. Think about that for a second. If today is your last day, you're in your deathbed, how would you wish you can do? I've worked with a client who had a huge regret because she had a really bad relationship with her mother until the day her mother passed away. And she couldn't forgive herself. So she came for a few healing sessions and we worked on that. It was really tough for her. It was really, really tough for her. So before it was too late, if there's anything that happened in your family, just put yourself a few steps back and understand our parents sometimes also coming from that kind of limiting beliefs, the limiting beliefs about how they should treat the next generations. They were following a very conservative tradition at that time. So our parents are coming from the place that they will always think that they're right because that's what was working for them in their generations. And I worked with many clients who had experienced abusive childhood, and they are carrying so much hatred, resentment, and anger towards their parents. And when I work with them, we also discover that their parents were also suffering. Their parents also had abusive childhood. So the only way that they know how to raise their children is through what they experienced. And most of the time, it's not about right or wrong anymore. It's about what worked for them at that time and how they survive. So this is just in a nutshell I can explain to you. And there's so much going on. I work with so many clients in this area about childhood abusive that's still affecting them as an adult in all areas of their lives. So as I mentioned earlier, I have this life healing workshop. So one workshop is called Heal Your Childhood Trauma, and it's a 2 hours live workshop. I'm going to do a group healing session to help you to release any childhood trauma, to help you create a new life without letting your childhood experiences to keep affecting or preventing you from living the best life that you deserve. So please do check out my workshop. It's coming up very soon next week. And in the next 3 weeks, I have 4 workshops coming up. And it's all live. And so I'm doing a holiday offer at 50%. So please make sure that you check it out. So today is what I want to share with you. I would like to always remind myself, if there's something or someone that I need to forgive, I will really ask myself, does it really matter if in the last day of my deathbed? And most of the time, no, you will not. And you don't want to wait until that day to be able to forgive yourself, to forgive with the person that hurt you, and to forgive your family. It might be already too late. So before it's too late, why not allow yourself, set an intention to do that today? So if this episode inspires you, make sure that you subscribe, share with your friends who need to listen to this, and that will be really, really helpful for so many people. And I want all of you to start a new chapter in 2023 and to start to manifest what your heart truly desires. So remember to subscribe, share with your friends, and please comment below and let me know your takeaways from this episode. It will mean a lot to me and also allow me to create more valuable content for all of you and to help you live the rest of your life the best of your life. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in wherever you are. I'm sending you all love and light. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.